Yo, what's that word? It's your boy, Mr. Smooth, coming to you on Daily Real News, presented to you by Real Conversations Podcast Network. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe, and comment down below. Today, we got a few trending topics we need to touch on. We got Weekend signing off his catalog up to date from today or this year for $1 billion. You heard me right. We got to start the show off with that. Congratulations to the Weekend once again for selling his catalog. I mean, he gonna make way more hits. He probably got at least 10 more years in the game. But all the hits we know him for, he's selling them for $1 billion. And we gonna break that down right here on Daily Real News. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. One more applause for Weekend. We love your music, Weekend. Well deserved. Well deserved. With that being said, we also will be talking about we got Weekend $1 billion deal. We got Tory Lanez latest update. Wiz Khalifa sentenced to 9 months in Romania due to smoking marijuana. Come on, man. We got to give a fat boo to that. That's some bullshit, man. Free my boy Wiz, man. They playing games with you, man. And we also going to talk about 21 Savage F the Streets campaign. Got the internet in a storm. Street guys worldwide is causing chaos with the hashtag F the Streets. So you know we're gonna have to tap in on that. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Daily Real News. Let's get right into it with the Weekend $1 billion deal for his catalog.
Welcome back to the channel. Today, we have some huge music industry news that's making waves worldwide. Superstar artist The Weeknd, known for hits like Blinding Lights and Save Your Tears, has officially closed a major partnership with Lyric Capital, and the numbers are absolutely staggering. Reports suggest the deal is in the $1 billion range, making it one of the largest catalog agreements in music history. What makes this partnership particularly interesting is how it highlights a shift in the music industry toward giving artists more control and equity over their work. Unlike traditional deals where record labels retain most of the rights, this agreement is being described as unique and sets a new standard for how artists can benefit from their own catalogs. The Weeknd, who has consistently pushed creative and business boundaries throughout his career, is taking a bold step in ensuring his music career continues to thrive not only artistically, but financially. Lyric Capital, the company behind the deal, is known for investing in high value music catalogs and working closely with artists to structure deals that are mutually beneficial. This deal will allow The Weeknd to maintain significant involvement in how his music is managed and monetized, giving him more influence over his legacy and future projects. Industry insiders are calling this a game changer for artists worldwide, as it shows that top tier musicians can secure deals that combine massive financial rewards with creative freedom. Fans and analysts alike are celebrating this news, praising The Weeknd for his vision and strategic thinking. While the exact financial terms are not publicly disclosed, the billion-dollar valuation speaks for itself, proving that investing in an artist's catalog can be just as lucrative as live tours and merchandising. This deal not only reinforces The Weeknd's position as a global music superstar, but also shines a light on the evolving dynamics of the music business, where artists are gaining more power and security over their creative work. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the notification.
How y'all feel about that, man? Weekend, $1 billion deal, catalog, keeping a lot of the rights, creative control. So he got the best deal ever. And mankind, I feel like when it comes to the catalog, Weekend just shut the game down. I don't even think Michael Jackson got this type of deal, man. This is crazy, man. For real, for real. We gotta get major props to Weekend. Like we had to, man. This is like astronomical numbers. This has never been done. Weekend put in the work, so we can't act like he just a one hit wonder. He don't deserve it. Put in years and years and years, over a decade of work. Can we agree? Coming from Canada, humble beginnings, a homeless man once before the music popped, believed in his journey. Whether we love to say, oh, he sold his soul, he sold out. Actually, in the start, Weekend went against the industry. He went against the machine. If y'all know Weekend's history, he was known to be edgy and controversial with his lyrics and things like that. He just happened to pop. He put in the grind, he put in the work. Nobody really rocking. I mean, nobody really on his level besides a Drake. And I think he doing more numbers than Drake. Let's just be real, man. We can deserve everything. What's going on with you, Blackie boy? What's that word, man? Tap in. Where you commenting from? What's your city? What's your state? Let's get to it. Yeah, man. So with this weekend thing, I feel like it's well deserved. We gotta give our tip our hats to weekend because this gonna set the standard for catalog deals and things like that. Especially with him getting a lot of control over his music. You know what I'm saying? We gotta we gotta really go in, man. Wisconsin, what's that word, Wisconsin? What's going on with you? Real white blue. Red, white, blue. Sorry for mispronouncing your at. Let's get to it, man. Show some love to the platforms. Comment down below, subscribe, like, share. Daily Real News presented to you by Real Conversations Podcast Network. Yeah, shout out Weekend, man. Y'all see. Weekend strikes $1 billion catalog deal while retaining creative control. That's so big in this industry. Retaining creative control and having a say so in your music after they bought off your catalog and things like that. That's like some Prince, Michael Jackson type time, man. So we gotta give just due the weekend, man. He deserve it, man. No matter what you say, what you think, what you believe, all the behind the scenes talk, all the sacrifice and worship and talk, Weekend is a top notch artist. No matter what, man. No matter what, we will respect that. Hard work went to that, man. Believe that. No matter what he did, he had to have the work to be presented for the $1 billion offer. So let's just be on a business type time. Take out all the antics, all the BS, man. Let's get to it, man. Weekend worked hard, man. I know Canada proud. Shit, America proud. Weekend did a Super Bowl. Can't none of you artists, y'all top artists say that. Not even some of mine. So let's just give it up for the weekend and move on to the next topic. So right now we're gonna speak on Wiz Khalifa being locked up in Romania for 9 months. He gets sentenced to 9 months in Romania, man, for some weed. That's crazy, man. Like it's getting ridiculous. Just go ahead, worldwide legalize marijuana, man. This is some simple Simon type of shit right here, man. Like for real. Wiz Khalifa getting locked up for some green. Like, come on, man. Let's be real, man. We got the clip right here. Let's get right into it, man. Daily Real News presented to you by Real Conversations Podcast Network. Let's get right into it. Like, share, and subscribe, comment down.
Khalifa to 9 months in jail on drug possession charges. The ruling on Thursday came more than a year. Court in Romania has sentenced American rapper Wiz Khalifa to 9 months in jail on drug possession charges. The ruling on Thursday came more than a year after he took part in a music festival in the Eastern European country. Khalifa was stopped by Romanian police. Postonesti. Prosecutors said the rapper was found in possession of more than 18 grams of cannabis and that he consumed some on stage. It isn't clear whether Romanian authorities will seek to file an extradition request since the rapper was found in possession of more than 18 grams of cannabis and that he consumed some on stage. It isn't clear whether Romanian authorities will seek to file an extradition request since Khalifa is a US citizen and doesn't reside in Romania, which has some of the harsher drug laws in Europe.
That's crazy, man. Free Wiz, man. That ain't necessary, man. They saying Romania got some of the hardest weed laws in the world. Shit, so we hope Wiz make it out of that, man. Wiz been an advocate for marijuana since he came in the game. Everybody know how he coming. They saying they found him with 18 grams, and he was also smoking on stage while performing. I feel like that was the problem. They probably would have let him slide with the 18 grams if he kept it low key, smoked it all before he left the country, all that type of stuff. But Wiz is Wiz. He a rock star. He do what he want. You feel me? He just got to pay the price with this 9 month sentencing. It just let you know like it ain't legal, man. It ain't legal, man. It ain't legal worldwide. They don't see it how America see it. Some states they don't see it how Canada see it. The whole country they don't see it how parts of Africa see it. I believe the whole Africa, but I'm for sure a lot of countries in Africa it's legal. So don't quote me. But what I'm saying is, it's like even Trump just brought it down from a Schedule 1 to a Schedule 3 substance. So it's on the same level as like Tylenol. So in America, it's about to be legal real soon, the next 5 years. But at the same time, Everybody don't see it that way, and they got their beliefs, they got their certain backgrounds, upbringings, religious upbringings. They strict on certain things, so you can't blame them. But at the same time, it's petty when substances like fentanyl is out here killing people. One dose, half a dose. A fingernail worth of fentanyl. I don't even know if I can say that on these platforms, but fatty, a fingernail fatty wop can unalive you. So it's just like they worry about the wrong things. You ask me, man. Like, share, and subscribe. Comment down below. Daily Real News with your boy, Mr. Smooth. Presented to you by Real Conversations Podcast Network. Make sure you tap in, comment down below for all new content just like this. Free Wiz Khalifa, man. That's a petty ass charge. I hope you get out of that. But I don't, when you're dealing with these other countries, you don't know how they gonna treat you. A lot of people don't like America, and this be their times to show it. When you in legal situations, when you in need of help, when you lost stranded, they gonna treat you like, like shit, man. We don't know what type of relationship Romania got with the former president. So let's just all pray and send the best positive vibrations and energy to Wiz Khalifa situation. On to the next topic, man. We're gonna talk about Tory Lanez latest update. He's talking about how he's trying to get a pardon from the Canada, governor, I believe. And we just gonna speak on that real quick. Like I said, man, shout out to Wiz, man. One of my favorite rappers coming up. I actually seen him live in Dallas. Shout out to Wiz, man. Put on a hell of a show. Hell of a show. Hell of an artist. Check his catalog. And we're gonna talk about Tory Lanez right now. Trying to get the appeal. Trying to come home saying, he still want the courts to look into all the evidence. And he's saying he don't hate Megan Thee Stallion. He got love for her, and he wish they can talk it out and I guess be cool again. But they're gonna see exactly what Tory Lanez talking about, man. Free Tory. Whether you hate him, you love him. Free Tory, man. Let's get right to it, man. Free Tory Lanez, man.
Breaking his silence in his first ever broadcast interview from behind bars since being found guilty of shooting Grammy winner Megan Thee Stallion in the foot outside a party in 2020.
I've never been violent towards a woman. I would never hit a woman, let alone shoot a woman.
Lanez, whose real name is Daystar Peterson, spoke to NBC News from California Men's Colony, a prison where he's 3 years into a 10-year sentence after being found guilty on 3 felony counts, including assault with a semi-automatic firearm.
There is definitely a very big misconception about me that seems to the public as I'm this monster. And I feel like I was catapulted into this poster child for the unprotection of Black women. And it's just so unlike me. And I've never really had a chance to express that. But you can look at my criminal record. I don't have one. I never had one. And I feel like, that connotation that I would do anything of this monstrous proportion is just, it's completely incorrect and it's wrong.
Lanez declined to testify during his 2022 trial. Do you regret not taking the stand?
I think if I would have taken the stand, the verdict would have definitely been very different.
The rapper's legal team filed an appeal, which was denied in November. But his team is continuing to fight, with plans to file multiple appeals next week, this time with the California Supreme Court. In one claiming newly discovered evidence that they weren't provided during Lanez's 2022 trial, including hundreds of pages of medical records for Megan Thee Stallion, whose real name is Megan Pete, which they allege raise questions about the fragments removed from her foot after surgery. His team argues that the fragments were not provided ahead of trial and that this was a violation of due process.
And we didn't have that chance. Or perhaps we could have questioned the doctors differently when they were on stand to impeach them, because it does look suspicious.
But in the appeal denied in November, the court did address the fragments, ruling that the surgeon's testimony was, quote, more than sufficient to prove great bodily injury on Pete. Proving something like this on appeal is tough.
This is a really, really difficult appellate argument for defendants to prove, because they have to show if the evidence actually came into court, the jury would have found differently. It's an uphill battle, and it's something that often torpedoes any defense appellate argument.
The Los Angeles District Attorney's Office and representatives for Megan Thee Stallion have not responded to NBC News' request for comment.
I believe not only that I was wrongfully convicted, but the amount of new evidence that has emerged since that trial, I think, has been overwhelming.
What has life been like in prison for the last couple of years?
Truthfully, I've done my best to keep my head above water, but mentally, I've gone through trauma that I sometimes even struggle with, because I never imagined myself dealing with things that I would have to deal with. I've been stabbed 17 times. I almost lost my life.
If you could say something to Megan Thee Stallion today, what would it be?
I think that I wouldn't say something directly to her. I would like that moment to happen in person. We've both gone through a lot. There's this connotation that, like, I share this hatred for her, but I don't. I genuinely passed that. I'm at a place of healing in my life. I'm at a place of taking accountability for the things that I did wrong. And when I talk about my case, I don't want it to be taken as me coming at her, because it's not that. I'm just asking for somebody in the system to look at my case and look at the evidence and ask if this was fair.
And with that, Chloe Malas joins us now on set. So, Chloe, Tory Lanez is also seeking a pardon from Governor Gavin Newsom.
That's right. His legal team has filed the necessary paperwork, and it is before the governor now. So they're seeking either a pardon where his criminal record will be wiped clean, he would be released from prison, or to have his sentence commuted, meaning that the time he has served is sufficient, and release him, but that doesn't change his criminal record. As for when this could happen, the governor typically does these twice a year, so this could happen before the new year.
All right. Chloe Malas for us. Chloe, thank you. With
Yeah, so let's get right back to it, man. Tory Lanez, sad situation. Sad situation, man. This could happen to anybody, not just a famous person. This could happen to anybody in any situation. Shout out Megan too, man. Like, nobody knows what truly happened but those two. But all I'm saying is, damn, 10 years. I didn't even know he didn't have anything on his background. That just goes to show you what's going on out here in this legal system. Once a black man even thought of being guilty, y'all see what's going on, man. First off, he a foreigner. Second off, he a black man. Third off, he a rapper. You know, it's just like a lot of things against him. And he be talking that talk, but it's just like, damn, man. I don't agree on the sentencing. 10 years is crazy for a person with that's not a drug charge. I mean, it's a violent charge. So it's like, and it's on a woman, a real big name. So with that come a lot of press, come a lot of conversation, come a lot of public. It's like the court of public opinion at that point. So at that point, it's the court of public opinion, man. With that being said, like, I don't agree with it. A lot of people gonna try to bash me, the Meg the Stallion, they her fan base, they go hard, no pun intended. They like the barbs with Nicki, so I gotta watch what I say, right? Make sure to like, share, and subscribe, comment down below. But man, it's crazy because, like, Tory not even that type of guy, in my opinion. he kind of like a ladies' man, like his whole career, it's kind of based around like love songs and stuff like that. So it's just crazy, man. It's just crazy. I'm like, even with the verdict, I don't. Let me just chill on that situation. I'm not gonna get that deep. If he get a pardon, that's great. If he don't, he got to keep fighting. It's just like he said, he been stabbed 17 times. So imagine that coming from world tours, red carpets, all of a sudden you get stabbed 17 times. 17 times. That is a culture shock in itself, man. Tory ain't used to that. Let's be real, man. He ain't been no Rikers Island or nothing like that, man. This is first time locked down. And look how they treating him. It's crazy, man. Like it's just wild, man. It's just a sad situation, man. I feel like it's a sad situation. Wrong place, wrong time. And it's up to y'all, man. Like, share, and subscribe, comment down below. And let me know how y'all feel, man, because everybody got their opinions. Everybody just thinking what they thinking, and it's just wild, man. Just like this situation with next topic. Clip that. Tory Lanez. Next topic, Young Thug, 21 Savage, Lil Baby, the whole Atlanta going crazy. The whole entertainment industry, urban entertainment industry having some get back on what 21 saying. He's saying F the streets. He's saying, it's a hashtag going around all the famous rappers that's down with 21. Putting hashtag F the streets on their platforms. And it just really got everybody in the situation like, oh, it was cool for y'all to rap the streets when they was working for y'all. But now since people being locked up and being questioned for talent and stuff like that, it ain't cool no more. It's just like, it's crazy, man. But I'm going to put it like this. I'm going to give y'all the full breakdown after we come through with this clip. And we're going to talk about a lot of people reactions from Rollo to Young Thug, Lil Baby, everybody, Future, Pooh Shiesty, like everybody just talking about it. It's real viral right now, so let's speak on it right now, man. Hey, make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe, comment down below. We speaking on 21 Savage. Hashtag F the streets. Comment down below if you think the streets is dead or people should take a different approach to the street music era, or it's time for a new era. Let me know, man, down below. Daily Real News. Presented to you by Real Conversations Podcast Network. Like, share, and subscribe down below. Let me know your feelings on this F the Streets campaign by 21 Savage. Let's go.
Another saying, F the streets. Half of y'all ain't even succeeded in the streets. Well, I ain't gonna say half, but most of these ain't even succeeded in the streets. Ain't stepped on that, ain't put nothing down. But saying, listen, dog, I know for a fact, me, myself, I ran up 10 million out these streets. Facts, not opinions. So if I want to say F the streets, I can say F the streets. And I have benefited from the streets on the highest level. 1 house, 2 house, 3 apartments, plaza. After I lost 18 million. So can't no tell me what I can say. And I'm 100% with the Fuck the Streets movement. This is from Rollo Terrell Davis, and I sponsor that.
Streets and the streets dead, shit like that. The streets can never be dead because the streets is reality for a lot of the streets was never supposed to be an option. It was never supposed to be no cool shit or no trendy shit for you niggas. You feel me? They want into the struggle, that's their reality. And they gotta find a way about that shit. So these saying again, this rap money, this YouTube money, this social media money, whatever, you know what I'm saying, platform they done develop to where they can make legitimate money. Of course, you should get out the streets, but Thug from Atlanta is what made us pay attention to him in the first place. You could look at him or maybe Dirk or maybe like different rappers that they had legal situations, you feel me? And your story of what you had to say, the swag that you developed and everything you picked up, being from the street, the attention to you for you to have these platforms to make this legitimate money. You know what I'm saying? And now y'all treating it like an obstacle.
I mean, I think he's really feeling, you know what I'm saying? He had to do some things, you know, to satisfy the all God, the Almighty of heaven and earth. And you know what? You never can go wrong doing what he's suggesting. And I think all rappers should, you know, put that in consideration. You know, put paying your tithes or paying your things to the Lord, you know, in rotation, because it only gonna better your life. It's only gonna get better for you when you do that. So I think he coming up with a great thing, you know. Hopefully all rappers will follow what he's saying, you know. He's really setting a tone, a good example, you know what I'm saying, for some guys that don't think like that don't put God first, you know. And I think he, to the point of his life, you know, he done being successful, you know, rapping with other guys, you know what I'm saying, collaborating and doing business ventures and stuff. And he feel it's time to get back to the God Almighty. And man, listen, then my hat goes off to him, man. I really think he's doing a good gesture, you know, and a lot of rappers should follow, you know, what he's doing. You know, it's an amazing thing when you look at it and you think about it, you know. So people, you know, I think everyone should get on board with that, you know, because it's time to pay. Yeah, if you're going to pay anybody, you know, you should pay the God Almighty for giving your life, you know what I'm saying, putting breath in your body every day, you know. And man, when you look at it, things will really go good in your life. Things will go positive in your life. You can never go wrong with that. Believe me when I tell you, man. And this is a very good thing. And I hope all rappers pay close attention to what he's saying, because he's making a good, valid point about paying your tithes. If whatever you believe in, you're believing in the Almighty God, hey, you have to pay someone. And you know what I'm saying? I think it's best if you paid him. Man, it is very good. Very good look on you, Bussy, man. Hat goes out to you. Very good look on you, man. That's a very good look. So, man, hey, hope everyone grasp it and do it, because it's a good thing. And, man, hey, he's just coming up with something great. And that's like one of the best things that I know that a rapper can say and come up with. And they're just on point all the way around the block. Man, that is wonderful. So, man, keep up the good work, Boosie, man, you know. And like I say, man, hoping you setting a good example for the rest of these guys and they doing things, man. Man, you can never, but you can't do nothing but go up from here, man. It's no going back. There's no turning back from that. You know what I'm saying? And hey, good deal, good deal, good deal, good deal. Thanks everyone for listening. Bye-bye.
With Google
Now there y'all have it, man. There y'all have it, man. 21. 21, man. He said after streets. And where he was coming from, he was saying F the part that traumatized him, you know. Things to him like getting shot, seeing his best homie dying unalive in front of his face. things like that traumatize people, man. And he is real, man. That part, is just it's not cool, man. Like it's not cool seeing somebody be locked up for years, and your father, your grandfather, your uncles, um, people that you love taken from you tragically, violently. But also, I agree with other people too. Like the streets made them. The streets were their audience. Were the people who fed them. Were the people who bought their music. Who fed into the image. Who fed into to their type of time they was on. So it's like a catch-22. It's like damn if you do, damn if you don't. But I feel like we all got to evolve, and as you grow, you learn that certain things are not the best to represent for yourself, your children, and the youth following behind you. So I don't blame people for saying F the streets. But like Boosie said, if y'all gonna say F the streets, don't rap about them no more. But at the same time, it's their situations, it's their life, and stuff they went through. So I mean, at times it can seem like they're glamorizing the fact of selling narcotics, committing, catching bodies, whatever you want to call it, catching hats, as they say now. It's wild. But things like that, I just feel like, but like Charleston, crazy ass Charleston said, stand on it, live by it. Y'all rap about it, be about it type shit. And that is true too as well. So it's just like I just want to see where it go from here. I'm not necessarily saying F the streets. I'm just saying F the streets mentality. F being stuck in the streets. Yeah, we might all come from urban communities in the streets and things like that. But let's change the narrative and show value and significance in other things as well. That's also in the streets. Like people trying to do better in the streets. People trying to bring the community together, like the unity movement, the shy, New Era Detroit, things like that. Let's speak on community outreach in the streets. Let's speak on helping the homeless get into programs to possibly find housing in the streets, because all that's in the streets too. So it's just like to me, it's just like it's all about balance. We all got to speak on everything in the streets, not just the dope dealing, the pimping, the hoeing, um, the shooting, the bang bang, all that. Let's also talk about homeless people. Let's also talk about single mothers in the streets. Let's also talk about single fathers in the streets, orphans in the streets, um, the less fortunate in the streets, the people, the have-nots, the people that you are selling the drugs to, the people. Let's speak on their side as well. Let's just cover all angles. It's not always glitz and glamour. It's not always move a pack, flip a brick, wear Versace, Louis, Gucci, Prada type shit. It's a lot of 100 years to life sentencing going on in the hood, in the streets. It's a whole lot of motherless kids out here in the streets, fatherless kids out here. It's a whole lot of young females coming up missing, um, giving up their bodies in the streets. It's a lot of things in the streets, man, that's really going on. That's really more important than what we glamorize, than what we support, than what we are influenced by. And that is the narrative that has to change. That's how I feel like. Fuck the bullshit in the streets, not just fuck the streets all in one, because the streets is our home, is our community, it's our dwelling, it's where we're comfortable. Most people, even when people get rich, what do they always go back to? Their old neighborhood, because they feel as one. They feel like they're the same. They feel like they can relate. They feel like they are comfortable in their environment that they were raised in. So we can't say fuck the streets completely. We can just say fuck the bullshit in the streets. Let's switch the narrative in the streets. Let's speak more positivity to the streets. Let's speak more positive affirmations to the young boys and girls in the streets. That's what I'm on. You know, that's what I'm gonna always stay on because I'm a vessel for the Most High, and I didn't come here to play. We can talk about the bullshit. We can talk about all the games, but at the same time, overall, what we speaking about, what we getting to, what we building towards, that's what we need to be on in the streets. Because with unity becomes a community. And with a community, we can grow, we can build businesses, we can flourish. As we all want. We all want our kids to be safe, our grandmothers, our mothers, our wives. You know, we all want them to be safe in the streets. So it's just like, let's switch the narrative. Let's switch it up, man. It's about to be 2026. Let's just go for more positive, but also showing the whole angle. What happens when you get caught up in the streets? Let's speak on that too. Let's talk on the snitches in the streets. The informants in the streets. There's so many things in the streets. You see what I'm saying? So many things in the streets that we're not talking about, that we're not picking up on, that we just overlooking for, I guess, monetary gain. And I'm gonna leave it at that, man. Like, share, and subscribe, man. Comment down below. It's your boy, Mr. Smooth, Daily Real News. Love and appreciate all y'all, man. Until next time, I'm gone.